Rob, welcome in. Eric, good evening. 55 is promised on Friday from BUSD to listing. We'll see. We will see. So we're going to look at this and we're going to have a nice little active discussion here and we'll get in and out. Devin, welcome in. So if you're tuning in now or after the live, please make sure to hit that like button and share this on social media so we can push through the algorithm. As you can see, XRP still well within a danger zone. And the only way for the bulls to ignore this would be to somehow break past 65 cents and retake that level. But we've been overtly bearish here. And as we know, the 15th is on Friday. So with BUSD delisting being official on Friday from Binance, I don't necessarily think this is a good thing. We do have the Fed coming out tomorrow. Let's see if we're going to raise interest rates one last time before the end of the year. Some speculation of cutting rates. They're going to come out and they're going to do whatever they're going to do. We'll see Jerome Powell tomorrow. But, you know, it is what it is. Humble, welcome in. What's the word of the day? 55 cents. I got some dry powder sitting on the sidelines. We will take a very close look at that, my friend. We will take a very close look at that. UK Phil, welcome in. Messi, Miss Vicky, welcome in. Love crazy times indeed. I was very busy today, so I couldn't even do the midday market report because of the kids stuff, unfortunately. But I still wanted to come on and do the nighttime live. I actually missed doing the midday market report. But we might go over the midday market stuff while I'm on right now. I don't know how long I'm going to have, but I'm at least going to have sometimes we can catch up on some stuff. It's a busy time of the year, though, with school and with Christmas, and we're having a party at my house on Sunday for mine and Julie's brother's birthday, so it's interesting. Miss Vicky, welcome in. Matthew, Terry, love, good evening. Tanya, welcome in as well, love. Look at this female audience showing out proud today, as always. I love seeing it. Let me timestamp this so we can get right into this. Good evening. 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Hamza, it flew by this year. I can't remember another year going by this fast. It's just been crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. JW, welcome in. Glad all is well indeed. Blessed to see you in here. Let's see who else. Puentes, right on time, General, if possible. Yes, I'll try to take a look at Casper as well while you've got my attention. David, welcome in. So XRP right now, I think the easiest way to just look at this would not be on this chart. This is the overall formation. We've got the pivot points underneath, but the easiest way to look at this, and I know a lot of people were in here yesterday and the chart looks slightly different because the best way I can put it is manipulation. The actual number, as we remember yesterday, this bear flag looked a little different yesterday, didn't it? But overnight at some point, and we'll get into this as well, and I would love to hear what everybody thinks. So if we go back into yesterday's live, and it's very simple to see. Right here. Yes, I always tell you I have to watch these ads too, but just got better. True. Bonus card. True trade. So look at right now where that wick went down to. We can see, and this was just yesterday. See how the formation was played out, and we knew if it broke down that it could break down. But I also built two things on top of this. But this part of it is before later in the stream when I built the two top potentials. But look how far down the wick goes yesterday. That's below 60 cents, getting closer to 59 cents. Now look how it looks today. Look how it looks today on the same exchange. I mean, that looks very different than it did yesterday. And it's not often you're going to see that. Now, to me, that's criminal. Because if this is more than just a misrepresentation here by maybe the exchanges or something, you want to talk about like a leverage position, could have got liquidated there, and now they're going to look on here and be like, wait a minute, it never even came down to my liquidation price. What the hell is going on? I just wanted to know, did anybody else notice this yesterday? Or notice this today, I should say. Did you notice the difference? And this is what I had built on after. Later on in that same live, we put the potential that could happen if it broke up or tried to stay the same. But I find it very, very odd that the pattern formation now, that lower wick It's like a symmetrical touch now. It rose back up, so I'm not sure how we ended up with the swing low at 602, and I know for a fact we came well below 60 cents. It wasn't like it was 594. It was somewhere in, it had to have been like 595. It was much lower than it is now. So it was the first thing I noticed this morning. I'm like, what the hell is this? And the only reason I know off the bat is because obviously I had it set up like I had it yesterday. I'm like, why does it look like that? And I had to readjust the low support now, and it was ridiculous. But just thinking about it, it's like, how many times are we looking back in patterns where they've been just slightly changed now? I was like, this is like the Mandela effect. I know what it was yesterday, and now all of a sudden today it's showing me a completely different swing low. That's important when you look at parts of the pattern. Right now, for XRP, hey, Crypto Scrooge, welcome in. I much appreciate you. I see your new update today as well. Make sure everybody's watching that. If you're watching, make sure you watch Crypto Solo Scrooge. He covers solo stuff on the XRP Ledger. Give him a follow. He's been working very, very hard, very dedicated. So what we're looking for here, like for me, the main thing I'm looking at is if we lose this bear flag, ladies and gentlemen, it's a problem. If we lose this bear flag, it's a big problem, and the technical target down is 55 cents. It's 55 cents. We've got it tailor-made here, and that's how it would play out. But we could look at, if you're just trying to be like, oh, we had a wick down, and this is what it makes it weird because of that old wick. Now you have to kind of come from here, and you could just say, well, that's your uptrend, and if we break that, but it's irrelevant. I don't like to do that because we can just play the bear flag. Miss Vicky said, first saw it on mine this morning. Excellent. I'm glad so many people did notice it on the update this morning. It was just a question I had for everybody. Definitely a question I had for everybody. Notice, less people are interested in crypto. My videos are doing very well. The videos are doing very well, but less people are interested in coming into the lives right now the last couple days. Even though yesterday we got up to 107. I'm not even sure how that's possible. But these are the times where you really need to pay attention. These are the times where we figure it out as a collaborative effort here in a unit. Barton, welcome in. Dollar cost average, one of the best investment techniques. Yep, it is. You just got to find your own investment strategy on where you're going to dollar cost average. So you do what works for you, and you do where you think you bought at a reasonable price. And then obviously if it goes lower, you continue to buy back. Killian, afternoon to you as well. Or Kiana, good afternoon. Welcome, and I hope you're having a blessed day. I appreciate that compliment saying I'm awesome. Much appreciated. Massey, you believe in a pump tomorrow? Well, as long as we hold this, we very well could get that pump to 65 cents and see if the bulls want to take over. The fact we're holding this bear flag to the top side is kind of like what we spoke of yesterday. If we could hold this attempted breakout, but we had to get over it yesterday. We weren't over it. Now we're over it. Now if we can hold this, that would be a push up. It's like a 6% move to the top to try to see how we react to 65 cents. And that's my thing. I think to liquidate, even if you were going to go down, you'd liquidate the shorts real quick by going to 65. Now, we can see the reversal candle here, down, down. Now, nice possible reversal. We'd like to see it. That's a nice reversal candle there. Let's be honest. That's a nice reversal candle. So if we're coming to look to get a rejection at 65, you know, that's probably what we could be looking at. Darren Snow, welcome in. Massey, good evening, and said he thinks that there's going to be a pump tomorrow. Crawbilly, hello. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. What else did I want to cover? Oh, XLM. So I hope does that give everybody a clue on what's going to happen with XRP and actually how to diagnose what's happening? Like with XLM, the crazy thing is even with this dive, it looks like it's in like a bull flag now. But this is where we talked about it could still bounce off of here when it had the first run up. Even if it came all the way down, I think we had it over here, but we moved it farther out. But it was back here. So basically all I did was this was sitting here. Now I moved it over here just for a future part of the pattern. Same move. But as long as it holds that and nothing more than wicks, it can bounce up, and that's the technical breakout target. Breakdown target, if it loses this structure, is like 8.8. It looks like we're going to have a retest here, though. If I was a betting man and I'm, you know, we're on top of the 200-day, I would say we're probably going to retest that 12.8 mark. We probably, now if we lose the 200-day, this is a moot point. But see, that's about a 5% move, just like XRP roughly. So that's what we'd be looking at. XDC coming up for its rejection as well, if in fact that's what's going to happen. So you could look at a 4 or 5% move even with XDC. It's on the top side of its breakout still, except it's formed a bear flag, so it needs to break up and retake the 200-day and the 4-hourly. In the immediate short term, no exceptions over at 5 cents, especially get over that level. Let's see. The Dow just continued moving up, and it's attempting to hit its technical target. It's gone above the broadening wedge. First target that it needs to get over is 36,986, and then it could try to move on its first layer breakout up to roughly 40,000 at 39,816. We've got the DXY down 0.26% or 103.826. In the 4-hourly, it's okay in the 4-hourly. The daily is what I'm paying attention to. This death cross trying to get confirmation at 104.14. Could come up to like 104.30, so don't get trapped if it does. But we're going to see if this can break out or if the DXY is going to continue down and just fall apart tomorrow. It could fall apart tomorrow after the announcement of whatever the Fed's going to do. The 10-year government bond up 1 basis point flat at 4.21%. It's trying to hold the 200-day. Everything's hot. Everything's going to be hot tomorrow in anticipation of the numbers. So it could be lining up for a little pump across the markets. Some reversal candles are showing up here in the daily, so we'll see. It showed up there, and we didn't move at all. We squeezed in the entirety of the daily today. Crude oil is under 70 bucks a barrel. I don't think that's any surprise when we're watching here. Now that it's down here, it might have to come all the way down to 64, 65 bucks here and fill out this pattern. Otherwise, it's going to have to get above 70 bucks to start moving back up. But the government wants that year end. If you do appreciate what I do, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. And make sure you share this on social media. 42 likes, 66 people watching. If you don't want to hit the like button, you could always send a YouTube super chat. It's been a few days since I've received one of those. Or join Tom's Army, which would be ever appreciative. And if you're looking to trade your favorite cryptos, video description below. That's, I don't want to say all the names, but the ones that I use for the lowest spot fees, future spot trading, whatever you would like to do, it's in the video description below. Yes, Miss Vicky. I would love to answer the question. Gold-silver ratio at 86.89. Still continues to be hot here. Looks like it's going to come up and test this 89-1. And then we'll see what happens from there. It can be very volatile to the top side if it goes up, and very consolatory here as well. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Gold's at 1980. Just pretty flat today. It's flat. If we're looking at gold, we know the issues here. It's going to base on what happens with the dollar. It did not hold our support we were looking for. So now if this gets rejected here and it has to come down, your next technical target would be back down to 1930. Like I said, everything has a reaction, and it'd have to come right back down to 1930 if it gets faded out here. B2 Gold's right at that $3 mark right now. It's decision time for everybody. This continues to move down. I would have your stop loss if you bought in where I did, right at 297, 298. So if it comes through like I am, I'll sell out maybe up a couple dollars, even flat. And then I can buy it back if it does retrace down, even if it's only 270, but I'm looking for $2.40. So just understand, if it comes below 297, I will not be in this anymore. I gave it the opportunity today, and it did not kick me out as of yet. So we'll see what happens. And I'm putting it in for the morning. So that's what I'm looking at there. And then for silver, $22.78 and out. We're at the bottom of the formation again. We failed as well in the up movement. Now, if we break this, remember that $18 target we talked about a long time ago, that would be back in play if we fail here and end up coming through this formation. But there's still a lot to go. Still a lot to go. This could be a gigantic fake out. So we'll see what happens with the Fed tomorrow. If they raise rates, ball game. If they lower rates, well, it's going to be interesting. Now, guys, remember we had the short term we were speculating. You don't have to speculate anymore. So like I always tell everybody, no more speculation. You can come out here and do a proper pattern now. You don't have to be, you don't have to be, killed by what you initially put on because you didn't know where it was going. But you can see a bull flag structure forming here. This is what it looks like. If you're going to break out, you have to break this uptrending resistance for Casper, get on top of 435 and end up pushing 483, or it's going to continue to work its way down to about that 385 level. I'm going to take away these independent levels because they're not as important, because it's giving us a structure here now. And then last but not least, I want to do H-bar for Tanya, but I'm very busy, unfortunately. And what have we gotten here so far? 15 solid minutes. You know, sometimes the lives are not going to be as long, but that should let everybody appreciate when I do long lives generally. You know, sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. But really, 20 to 25 minutes, if we're covering everything, it's a solid live. H-bar Tanya is still on top of this retracement. And it held the retracement here like we talked about. It went every level perfectly. Now the next step would be right around 8.4. So we'll see. It looks like it's starting to break back up here, though. It looks like it's starting to have a nice recovery. So H-bar is looking very nice right now. We could be in the reversal phase, like we said. Like it looks like we are. It really looks like we're in a reversal phase. Miss Vicky, thank you so much. Wow. That's my first donation I've gotten in a few days. That is very generous. $50 donation by Miss Vicky. You are a very generous soul, Miss Vicky. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. More than you know. More than you know. The Bitcoin dominance chart continues. It was breaking down. Might have a reversal candle here. But this is below the 200. I would expect it to come down here to about 52.4. That could give the ability to altcoins to pump here. Especially with, ooh, look, it deleted my Bitcoin chart this time. Interesting. It's deleted a lot of charts. This time it decided Bitcoin was the odd chart out. I just don't know which Bitcoin chart I had on, to be honest. If I had to guess, Binance maybe? Nope. Doesn't look like it was Binance. Bitstamp? Yep. All right. So with Bitcoin, we're still on top of the broadening wedge, and honestly, Bitcoin, we now have a wider pattern that we can use. We were speculating yesterday, but now we can actually, use the full pattern here. Yeah, see, we're in a falling channel here. Bitcoin's in a falling channel. Could be in a falling channel right back down to 39,000 if it doesn't break out. If it breaks out of this, as you can see, it looks like an inverted left arm, head, right shoulder. If it breaks out, you're going to be retesting that back to the top side at 42,663, and you could possibly reverse back up. Still doesn't seem right here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But everybody, I am so thankful you tuned in and you watched me when I only had 20 minutes here. Miss Vicky, thank you so much for that donation. It means a hell of a lot to me. I will continue to do my best to be here as many times of a day as I can, even in these holiday seasons. But I plan on being here. Tomorrow's going to be risky. Tomorrow's going to be tricky. I'll be able to do my morning update. I will be able to do something in the, I don't even know if tomorrow I won't even be able to do a live tomorrow night because we have the kids, they have a play or something tomorrow. So that goes right through my live tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a day where it's just going to be updates. I might try to sneak in a live in the morning to make up for it. But we'll do this together. We'll do this together. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, please make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to Tom's Army and share this on social media. It really does help. Pay attention to the charts because it looks like we might make that reverse rally now up to 65 cents. Unless we break back through this structure, I'd highly encourage you to break this down because right now we've had the bounce down. We came down. Let me delete this. We've had the bounce off of here after the break up. So basically it's done one of these. Let me get the second arrow. Because then you could actually write this down. We bounced out, got the consolidation, and now if we bounce off of this, you should be able to bounce up to right there. That's what we should be able to do. So have a blessed evening, everybody. Thank you all so much for the time of day. I love each and every